everyone, and welcome back to the United Star. We've got Sid with us to preview the Burnley game. I want to say it's a big game for Manchester United, but I think it should be pretty much in the bag with Nick Pope out. So obviously, Manchester United have already got a +1 there. Peacock Farrell is not very good. Burnley's defense is good, but apparently they're prone to conceding goals nowadays. So I think it should be an easy game for Manchester United. But Sid, we can be sure to have some sort of surprise in store for us, can't we, for Sunday?
Definitely. If we can lose to Sheffield United, we can lose to anyone in the world. But yeah, I think I'm very optimistic about Sunday. I think the whole squad is running high with the Europa League victory, a well-earned victory, and the Spurs victory, which also was well-earned. So I don't think there is a problem for us going into the game. I think we've got most of our squad except, if I'm not wrong, Eric Bailly might still be out unless he trains on Saturday morning. Um, yeah, we do have the whole squad, so I don't think there's going to be a problem in this game.
Absolutely. But, my only point of concern is that, again, like our star players, Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba, Edinson Cavani, all of these guys played on the week on the midweek game against Granada, even though they didn't need to. So
Hmm.
will they be fatigued? Because then bear in mind we've got a semi-final afterwards coming soon enough. Not now. We've got a couple of weeks to it.
Hmm.
We've got that, and then we've probably also got the Liverpool game after that. So how would you rest players in this game? Is this the ideal game to rest players?
Look, it depends. Like, if you want to rest, it's good. If you don't want to rest, it's still okay because we've got a week to Leeds. I think this is the first time we've got like that whole week of break, right? So I think it's all up to Ole. I think if he goes all in for this Burnley game, I think Ole wants to seal the second position as fast as possible so that he can focus on Europa League and win the trophy. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the likes of Pogba, Bruno starting. But like I said, the whole squad's there. So if I think Pogba got taken off at was it halftime? Did he get taken off? Yeah, he got taken off. So I think he should be fit and he should start against Burnley. And if Bruno's not there, Van de Beek's there. If Cavani's not fit, then Mason Greenwood is there. So I think we are pretty well stacked there. In all our key
Right.
positions.
Mhm. But do you think? I mean, I have a feeling that this game, obviously, I think Pogba will start because he was taken off early. But I do think that Van de Beek might start this game. To be honest, obviously, it may obviously that I don't know if it's born more out of hope or it's actually something that that will happen. But I really think that this is the ideal game for him because Burnley will not press, so he'll
Hmm.
have time on the ball and he'll be able to pop the ball around a little bit. I also don't want Rashford to play personally. I think another game off for him could do wonders for him as well.
Yes.
But my feeling is Oli will play both Rashford and Bruno. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, like I said, I think Ole is aiming to seal second position as quick as possible. When you come to Van de Beek, I think I spoke to Prayan also about this. I think it was it the Spurs preview or was it the Granada preview? I don't remember. But if you've seen after the international break, Van de Beek has been get coming on as a sub more regularly, and he's getting those those minutes, right? So every match I say that every preview I've done in the last 2 weeks I've said that I won't be surprised if Van de Beek starts. I won't be surprised if Van de Beek starts. And again, I won't be surprised if Van de Beek starts because I think Ole is slowly starting to use him now, starting to integrate him into the team.
But
So.
I think we discussed this in the review as well. I think the problem is that you bring him on is fine. He plays
Hmm.
20 minutes, he plays 25 minutes, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
But what happens? How do you actually blood him? If you don't play him for the 90 minutes, how do you understand how he grows into the game, how he evolves in a game, how he develops? How do you see these
Hmm.
things? And now you could say that with last week's result, where all the other teams running for top four essentially drop points, we are sort of in pole position to secure the second place. We're almost there, to be honest.
Yeah.
So do you think this is the right time then to test a player like Van de Beek?
Yeah, of course. I think like I've been advocating that Van der Beek is a fantastic player ever since he's joined the club. But again, like I've said, I think there are certain positions, which have these huge holes because of which players like Amad Diallo, Tony Van der Beek, they can't get into the team because of those holes, right? So again, this one's for the summer. If we fix those holes in the summer, then probably we might get to see more of Van de Beek next season. Although I think I'm going to put this completely on Oli. He has absolutely misused Van de Beek. I think this is kind of the this is Veron all over again. I think we've got a very good player which we have not been able to use properly. Um, but yeah, I think when people say even I was a believer of this for some time, that people say that Van de Beek is like this proper only number 10 kind of player, but I have like in the last few games he has played on the wings, he has played in the number 8 Pogba role, and he's done fairly okay there. So I think Ole has absolutely misused Van de Beek. He's not his judgment of the kind of player Van de Beek is completely wrong. But I think he's starting to realize that, and Van de Beek will get all those games now till the end of the season.
So in my view, I think the predicted 11 will be this. Dean Henderson will start on goal with Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw, Van Bissaka. I think McTominay will come back into this one with Pogba. I want Van der Beek to start personally. I have a feeling he might, but then if I was Oli and if I was to go by Oli's past history, then obviously Bruno
Bruno.
Fernandes will start with Rashford, Cavani, and possibly Mason Greenwood because Mason has been in good form. Do you agree with that, or do you think there'll be something else to it?
Again, I think Rashford should be on the bench. He needs that rest. In fact, I would if I was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I would tell Rashford not to come into training till around Tuesday, Wednesday. Take the rest of the week off, because we all know how much he needs it, and we all know what he's going through. You know, people say, like I remember we were on that United group, and they were talking about what a good season Rashford's had, and they were just talking about the statistics, but see, again, statistics don't tell us nothing, right?
Mm.
What we see, the way the players perform on the pitch, we are United fans, we know what the standards of United are, and we know the potential Marcus Rashford has, and this season he's not lived up to that potential, and I think all of us can agree that it is because of that injury. So if Rashford gets this other week off, right, I think it
Mm.
will, like you said, it will do wonders for him. And of course, he needs to get that back fixed as soon as the season's over. But yeah, Ole in the press conference also said that I did drop Rashford against Granada, but has always maintained that if you need me, I'm always there to come on, and that's a fair point. If even if he's on the bench, I don't mind. So I think I agree with Dean Henderson, Shaw, Maguire, Lindelof, Wan Bissaka. I think yes, McTominay is Ollie's chocolate boy, and he's definitely going to come back. Pogba will play. It's hard to say if Bruno Van de Beek is going to play. I think I'm just going to go safer here. I'm going to say Bruno. I think it's going to be James, Cavani, Greenwood.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, okay, that's interesting. But you know what? I have a couple of things here with David De Gea, right? With
Hmm.
David De Gea, my question is this, right? People have been saying that Dean Henderson's got 12 clean sheets, has got 12 clean sheets in
Hmm.
about 20 games or something like that he's
Hmm.
played. Now, David De Gea has got clean sheets in all the Europa games he started as well. So,
Hmm.
this is where statistics are misleading because obviously, if you
Exactly.
play Europa League games, you are going to get clean sheets, right?
Exactly.
So this is where I think we're making a hasty decision by putting De Gea out of the club. I feel, and if he's going to be relegated to second choice, I don't see him staying at the club.
I don't think he's been relegated to second choice. I think, like we've all seen, that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs to win a trophy this season to win a massive portion of the fan base back, right? And which is the only winnable trophy he is in now? It's the Europa League. And which keeper does he trust in the? He trusted all season and last season and David De Gea. So I think I think now the role is being shared. Keeper, the number one position role is being shared by both Dean Henderson and David De Gea. It's not fair to say that Dean Henderson is number two or David De Gea is number two. Both are number one. It's just now Dean Henderson is going to play in the Premier League and David De Gea is going to play in the Europa League.
No, so
I
you do understand that if that continues next season, that means that David De Gea in a season will end up
hmm,
playing about 15 to 20 matches for a player of his stature at his
hmm,
age. I don't personally think that it is fair on De Gea to assume that he'll stay at the club, or
Hmm.
should we should try to keep him at the club? Because 15 to 20 games a year for David De Gea, he should be playing 40 games a year easily, 42 games a year easily. He should be Champions League, Premier League both. And
Mhm.
I think he'll be packing his bags if he doesn't get that, to be honest.
But then again, we don't really know what is going on in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's mind. For all you know, then next season again it will be Dean Henderson in Champions League games and David De Gea back in the Premier League games. We don't really know. We don't have insiders like Manchester Evening News and all who get all the lineups 3 years before the kickoff. But yeah, I mean, if this happens next season, I think David De Gea is gone in the summer after, and Dean Henderson is officially a number one.
Hmm.
But who knows? I think we'll have to wait for the next season to start. Probably a
So
month in
say
the season.
I was actually thinking, what will Burnley's biggest threat be? The red seats behind the players because they apparently can't spot each other, or will Chris Wood actually do something?
No, but you like coming to the Red Seats. This thing. You do remember that there was this one game where Sir Alex Ferguson
Eh,
made
yeah,
a
yeah, the
change.
pencil gray shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe
But this
maybe
is
there's
the thing,
something
no,
there.
Sid. Managers come up with some anything and everything when they're not doing well. I mean, we already know the likes of Klopp and Pep who are used to doing these things.
Hmm.
And I thought Oli was slightly better, but come on, seriously, red seats behind them are not allowing them to make split-second decisions.
I mean, who knows? I seriously, we really don't know what's going on in that
Come on,
dressing.
you're seriously telling me there are hooligan British fans who are positively drunk when they go to games are less distracting than a bunch of red seats?
Who know? I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on in their minds. I don't know what's going on in that dressing room. All I know is, um, I think there is a lot of positivity in that dressing room, and which is a positive for us fans, right?
Hmm.
We all saw what Pogba did earlier today with Sky Sports, and
Yeah,
unfortunately, he's
he's
your
absolutely
manager.
destroyed Jose Mourinho, hasn't he? He's gone out there and totally taken a swing. He's taken a baseball bat and swung Mourinho's head off, basically.
But you have to
But
see the timing is impeccable, huh? We didn't get some anything like this when we lost to Leicester. We are only getting all of this positivity when we are winning games, we are beating Spurs, and we are in another semi-final. All this positivity is coming. So this is again, Manchester United is not a football club; it's a business. It's the board who's doing all of this, and I just hope that they build up this all this positivity they are amassing. I hope they build it up to something they might do in the summer transfer window.
but sticking a little bit to the Burnley game, I mean, now they have obviously Chris Wood, Tarkowski, Ben Mee.
Hmm.
These, I mean, I obviously said Pope is gone, and obviously that is a big advantage.
Hmm.
But they've got the likes of Tarkowski, me, and Wood, and we have been susceptible to conceding from the corner or the free kick that's
Hmm.
taken from out wide.
Hmm.
So, do you think this will again come to haunt us come sort of Sunday? Because these three guys are really powerful in the air.
I think yeah, of course. Even I've been an advocate that this is a huge problem, conceding from corners and all because we've conceded a lot. But I think we should be fairly capable to handle that this weekend because as I don't, we might concede a goal or two, and that is always going to happen. But I think we've got the attacking power to go back and get 3 goals for that 1 goal. So
So do you think we'll absolutely swat Burnley out of the park, or do you think it'll be one of those games where you want to sleep?
I mean, it's at 8:30, so I can't sleep anyways. But I don't know. I don't think we've won against Burnley in our last 3 matches. So
Mm-hmm.
at Old Trafford, and that was a
Yeah,
horrible one. That last year, that Jade Rodriguez masterclass against us. Um, Hard to say. I think we should win this. We should win this.
that's the thing, Sid. We should win, and we don't, and we will win are two sort of things that have been quite far apart this season. But I think we will win. I think we will keep a clean sheet as well. I'm expecting a 3-0 victory, to be honest. I think we will swat them because Nick Pope not being there is a huge factor for them. It
Hmm.
also will limit how much Tarkowski and Ben Mee also can venture forward
Hmm.
because Pope is a huge sort of safeguard. He's a great
Right.
backstop. and Peacock Farrell as well. He's Peacock Farrell. So that's, I think, 3-0. Do you agree 3-0, or do you think 3-1 then?
Three. I think we might concede. Like you said, if we do, it's going to be from the set pieces only. I
Mm-hmm.
think Maguire and Lindelof, how much ever I've criticized them, they've been very good for the last few games. Um, so yeah, I would say 2-0.
2-0, 2-0.
Yeah.
I think Luke Shaw will be the standout player. I think there's enough been said about him already this week
Yes.
by Pogba and by all of the concern. Tonight, where we're shooting this, Jose Mourinho's press conference will be there after the game. I'm sure
I
he'll have
can't
something
wait
to
for
say.
it. I
I'm
can't
sure
wait for
he'll have
it.
something to say about that interview. He's Jose Mourinho seems like, how every year the Undertaker would come back at WrestleMania,
Yeah.
and like there became an age where you knew the Undertaker was just old and he was weak, and then he lost his first match at WrestleMania. Jose
Uh-huh.
Mourinho seems that version of the Undertaker. He's got nothing to offer. His eyes have completely sunk in. He's graying. His shoulders are slooping. It looks like he's not getting enough sleep. He doesn't understand how he can get Davinson Sanchez to play any better than he already is. So I think it's that version of the Undertaker. It's time to be packed in the casket and go into the studios of Sky and then sit with Roy Keane and I think Pundit. I think Jose Mourinho's managerial career is, I think, over if he wants to save his whatever is left of his legacy.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think Jose is done. And I mean, he already had a bad time with Phil Jones. Now he's got Davinson Sanchez. So,
So, guys, you heard it from us. The preview is done. Jose is done. Manchester United are going to finish 3-0, 3-0, 2-0, and second place
2-1.
is done as well,
2-0.
according to us.
Hmm.
And we'll see you all soon for the review. Hopefully, it's a happy one.
Yes.
Hopefully, it's a happy one. And thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe to our channel, and see you later.